everyone. Welcome to the Cagesiders. Jeremy Long, along with the coach, Angelo Reyes. We got a very special guest in the house, John Simmons from Tacos and Beer, and it is our Cinco de Mayo show, if you could not tell. Now, obviously, this is a gringo holiday, not for the Mexicanos out there. I just learned that today when we got on set. Angelo, how the hell are you, my friend?
I'm feeling great. It was an amazing weekend of fights. Klitschko, Joshua. Crazy. But I want to know about your weekend, because you were in Tacos and Beer with your wife, right?
Oh, absolutely. Tacos and beer.
Tacos and beer.
We spent the time there. You know, it was really good after seeing the fight Saturday night. Of course, no bigger boxing fight right now. Just what boxing really needs in 2017 to really cap off. Not cap off, I mean, I know we still got 6 more months of boxing action, but really to continue the trend of big boxing fights. I mean, this was a great event.
No, it's crazy, John, because this is, again, what we talk about all the time. When boxing is done correctly, 90,000 seats. It's sold in less than 12
hours or so.
It was off of 2 people, Anthony Joshua, Wladimir Klitschko. They put the undercards on it after the show was
Who was on
already
the
sold
undercard?
out, right? And there was 4 Olympic medalists in the whole card. Scott Quigg was there. Freddie Roach was there training Scott Quigg. Katie Taylor, she just won her first belt.
Yes.
So she's going for a world title really soon. This was a stacked card, but the main event, Wladimir Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua, you can't get any more epic or classic, or, you know, if you want to know why people are so attracted to heavyweight boxing, it is this fight. It is the ebb and the flow. You and me, we picked who? Wladimir Klitschko, right? And we were almost right, but almost.
But 100% wrong. That's what it comes down to.
He ends up getting knocked down to 11. But guys, I'm telling you, you know, all of you are fans of combat sports, fans of boxing. Go rewatch this fight. It's a classic. You see Joshua knocking down Klitschko, and then you think it's over in the 5th. And then Klitschko actually in that round, after being knocked down, in the next 2 minutes starts to beat up Joshua. Joshua's running out of gas. And then in the next round, Joshua gets knocked down, and then you think, oh man, this is it. Wladimir Klitschko is pulling off the upset. Jeremy and the coach is going to be right. And then we were wrong. We were so wrong. There's an epic battle that happens, and then round 11, referee stops the fight after 2 solid knockdowns, 2 crazy uppercuts, by the way. I can't believe, I mean, those uppercuts were as good as these tacos.
I don't know. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Are they good? Are they bad? I don't know. Yeah, it was a crazy good fight from beginning to end. It was that big Phil fight, something that, you know, boxing has, you know, Floyd and Manny in 2015, 2016 lacked really that big spectacle, but it brings back those old times. Caesar's Palace back in the day. You know, those big fights, you know, it was that huge feel from the entrances of these guys, which was over the top, which I love. Very Vegas feel, you know, very fire and, you know, all that good stuff. From the ending of it, you know, it couldn't be better scripted, I guess you should say. From, you know, some people saw it as the passing of the torch kind of era, from a guy who reigned over the division, you know, for so many years, him and his brother, to the guy who's this young, talented, extremely hard hitting, you know, heavyweight guy. You know, I think this is exactly what boxing needs, not only for the hardcore fans, but for the casual fans to go, all those people that say boxing is dead, you're dumb.
And everybody was a fan. I mean, like last week we had Allura Jensen talk to us about who she picked, and she picked Anthony Joshua, and everybody. I mean, again, this is what makes it a spectacle. I think we have the next great big thing in Anthony Joshua, and I'm sure you guys will probably end up showing one of his fights pretty soon at Tacos. And
plus they're heavyweights, you know. Everybody loves the heavyweights. So.
Everybody does love the heavyweights, and I'm sure, like your spot, every time you guys do a fight night there, and you're showing a UFC on Fox or whatnot, it fills up pretty good, right?
Oh, it's great, man. Yeah, 3 deep at the bar, drinking beers, popping tacos.
Right.
You know.
See? Tacos, beer, fights.
Yeah.
But here it is. It's Cinco de Mayo. Tell us a little about, I know you guys are throwing a big party.
Oh, yeah.
at
We're
Tacos
having
and
a
Beer.
huge fest. Set up a big tent out in the parking lot. We're going to have, like, music and a beer garden and tacos out in the parking lot. elotes. Everybody loves the elotes, the corn on the stick.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, you guys definitely have to come down and go to Tacos and Beer. I mean, you've been there. You love the place.
I was
Val's
just
been
there. I
yeah.
was just there. I'm there a lot. Very, very often as far as my debit card is concerned. I'm there all the time. But, if people have, for some reason, if people have never been to Tacos and Beer, how can they get a hold of you guys? Where can they find you guys?
We're at 3900 Paradise, like right across from the Hughes Center, just a few minutes off the strip.
Right.
And yeah, it's fun. We always have sports on TV, people hanging out.
Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, yeah, everything. I think it's tacosandbeerlv.com.
All right,
Yeah.
tacosandbeerlv.com.
We'll put it right down there, man. So check them out today, Cinco de Mayo. Get your fill, especially have the mashed potato taco.
Mashed potato taco.
Oh my
yeah.
God, so damn good.
It's a good one.
I don't even know what we're talking about. Are you boxing? Whatever, mashed potato taco. That kid loves. All right, we're gonna take. John, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you, John.
for this
All right.
beautiful spread. You can get
Enjoy.
all this right there at Tacos and Beer off of Paradise, right near the.
We're
whole
going
first
today,
thing.
damn it. We're going to the
Come
town.
on.
We're going. Who am I kidding? We're going. All right, so we're going to throw to our first commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have more right here from the Cagesiders. John Simmons, Tacos and Beer. You don't want to miss out. Cinco de Mayo. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Cagesiders. Jeremy Long, along with the coach, Angelo Reyes. And this man needs no introduction, but we'll introduce him anyway. Stitch Duran joins us in studio for our special Cinco de Mayo show. Thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah,
man.
Stitch, I know you just flew in from the Wladimir Klitschko fight in the UK, so thank you so much.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
history already, brother. It's Cinco de Mayo weekend, brother.
It's time.
We're here, you know.
We got the whole spread,
Hey,
man.
hey,
What do you
man, it's
think?
just like barbershop talk. You get all the Chicanos here, just drinking some Coronas, eating tacos.
That's what we do. Thanks to Tacos and Beer. John Simmons over there, helping us do our whole setup, man. So, like you said, you just got back from England watching this great fight. First off, can you describe, man, what it's like? 90,000 people in Wembley Stadium.
It's tough to describe, but phenomenal. Just to get in there the day before or when they're setting up and it's empty and you just see this big old huge stadium, right? And I've been to England many a times, and the UK fans are the best when it comes to making noise. And when you got 90,000, man, and we're walking out and they're all cheering and they're booing and they're doing all this, and they all have their lights on. It was dark, the entry, and it was quite phenomenal, man. And it was so loud that I couldn't hear Michael Buffer give the announcements.
Wow.
Wow,
It was
okay.
tremendous.
When we're talking historically about how epic this fight was, just thinking about it, this has to be top 10, one of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time, right? Like Morrow had called it the war at Wembley, and he was talking about how we had the Rumble in the Jungle, we had the Thriller in Manila, and now we have the war at Wembley. The way the fight happened, from the ebb and the flow, from the getting knocked down, then coming in that same round, that might be one of the greatest heavyweight rounds I've ever seen, because Klitschko gets knocked down in the 5th. But then he comes back, and in my head, I actually thought he won the round, in terms of the coming back part and hurting Anthony Joshua. What were you thinking when he got knocked down and then he got up?
Well, I kind of remember the Tyson Fury fight, and like in the 9th round, I'm kind of telling myself, I'm asking myself, did he just get old overnight? And as he's coming to me, the bell rings. I'm sitting him down, and I'm saying, what's wrong? You got to go out there and knock him out, man. And so that kind of came to my head was, did he get old? But when he got dropped, that was a pretty serious knockdown. And man, when he got up, the fans went crazy, and my adrenaline was pumping. And then he gets cut, and and then he knocks down Anthony Joshua. It was a phenomenal 3 minutes of pure action, man.
And it was crazy. And I got to tell you,
right.
Jeremy, this is why Stitch Duran is the best. Morrow pointed it out. Everybody saw. Klitschko gets cut. And in a magnitude and in a fight like that, this is why you have someone like you. Because you stopped that cut no bleeding. We didn't even see any
Right.
bleeding the rest of the way through. Talk us through that a little bit, because you weren't a little bit nervous. 90,000 people.
Nah, man, been there, done that, brother.
Okay.
Well, and the thing about it, that was a good point. Was I nervous? But no, because it was dark from here on up. So the only thing you saw was the little lights and all that. But I've been in, every time, well, not every time, a lot of times Vitaly or Wladimir would fight, they would draw 50,000 people in the soccer arenas in Germany. So, 50,000, 90,000, we were used to it. And that was one benefit that I think we had coming in to the fight. And that's what I told Wladimir. You have that over Anthony Joshua because he might just get overwhelmed with these 90,000 people cheering him on. But now the cut he got cut, and I went to work, man. And, one of the things is keeping your composure. And I think I handled it pretty well, man.
Now, in between that round, because in the very next round, he drops him clean right hand, and that's when I was ready to call you and go, we were right, Jeremy. Klitschko won by knockout, because the way he hit Joshua, it was one of those right hands where you think in your head, no way, Joshua's not getting up from this one. It was clean, the way he fell, the way his lights just went out. What did you say to Wladimir, or did you say anything to Wladimir in between that 5th and 6th round? And when that knockdown happened, he knocks Joshua down. What were you thinking?
No, I number one, I thought Anthony Joshua was going to get up because I read fighters when they drop. There's a certain body language when these guys ain't getting up, right? Or he's going to get up. He's still going to be wobbled. If Wladimir jumps on him, he's going to put him away, right? And but he showed the heart of a lion, man. And when Wladimir came back, I praised him. I said, man, go for it. Go for it, go for it, go out there. And so, yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Wow, man, just great, crazy. Just now going, you could see it, round 7, round 8. To me, and again, I'm watching it from TV, it felt like Joshua wasn't all the way there, and he's just kind of trying to buy time. Yeah. Were you guys thinking maybe Klitschko should have jumped on him more, or were you thinking, you know what, man, Joshua's still dangerous, we can get caught? Like, what was kind of going? Because at that point, the momentum completely shifted.
Right, it did.
So.
Yeah, no, the encouragement was go out there. Don't slow yourself down. Don't get into that old rhythm you had before. You had the momentum going, and I told Wladimir he can't fight going backwards. And I think if he would have continued that pressure, we'd be talking about the new heavyweight champ right now.
Man, crazy.
Yeah. Now, you've obviously worked, the biggest of the big MMA fights, and obviously now you have, fights like this on, under your belt and everything. Do the MMA fights really compare? The biggest of the big compared to something like this?
Of course. Listen, man, MMA, to me, people ask me what I like better, boxing or MMA. You take this fight away, then, this is special. But you take that one away, MMA gives me a lot of action, man. And it's guaranteed work for me. And, as a cut man, I don't mind blood, brother. And, but to work this fight here, I say that's a horse of a different color. I don't think I'll ever see that type of thing unless there's a rematch.
Okay. And can we ask you?
Well, you can ask me. I don't know.
How was Klitschko? Emotionally, I'm sure he was sad that he had lost, but was he thinking, hey, man, I almost had him. Yeah, I'm going to do the rematch.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know about the rematch, but after the fight, Jonathan, although the conditioning coach and I were sitting with Wladimir, and he just kind of saying, I don't know what went wrong. All the stars were aligned. And he brought up Tyson Fury and then this one, but I told him, I said, look, man, if anything, you went out on your show, brother. Your legacy was just kind of etched in stone at this point, man. There's no turning back. So you try to encourage him that way, but anytime a fighter loses, there's that point of what did I do wrong, and I'm sure he's evaluating it right now. And he fixed the last problem with Tyson Fury. He sent us all emails and say, look, man, we're gonna reevaluate the whole program, and we're gonna make adjustments, and those were the adjustments that benefited him. I'm sure now he's gonna sit back and say, damn, what he did say, what would have, could have, should have, But I'm sure that's still running through his head right now. So I told him, I said, look, I don't know what you're going to do, but if you're going to do it again, I'm here to back you up. And if not, then, man, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor.
No, we know, you do a lot, not only in the ring and in the cage, but also outside. Tell us a little bit about your brands, very quickly that you have out there.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I have my Stitch Premium tape. I had it with Bad Boy before, but I like to be in the trenches, so I took it back. But this one I made water repellent. So it's the first tape that's water repellent in the combat sports, and it's doing real well. And my sponsors, the 86ers, you know, they created a new line of shirts. So you go to the 86ers.com and get the Rebellion Begins Today or UFC Me Now.
All right. Now we want to say congratulations to your daughter, Carla. I believe
Carla,
she
yes.
just got married. It was Wednesday, right before you had to get on the plane. So what was that? What kind of a week was that like? You give your daughter away, and then
Hey, Coach, I still got chills, man. My adrenaline's still running. But, you know, from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we were in the island of Crete, and everything was picture perfect. And then to fly off to London and do this, I still haven't caught up on sleep, and the adrenaline's still running.
I like it.
You know, but not a bad life, brother.
yeah, no, it's awesome.
Now,
It's
very
awesome.
quickly, which is more nerve-wracking, 90,000 at Wembley for this title fight or your daughter's wedding?
Well, you know, I control them both well, but I did choke with my daughter a little bit. You know, I got to tell you, man, I choked with my daughter. You know, it's just, you know,
That's how it should be.
How can you not, right?
That's how it should be,
that
man.
is
Well,
awesome.
thank
Well,
you so much, man.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, my
Congratulations
pleasure.
to your daughter. Thank you so much for joining us, man. We hope to see the rematch.
Yes,
And we
yeah.
hope that you're there at the rematch, and we
Yeah.
hope you come back here afterwards and tell us all about it.
Give you some insight, man.
Yeah, you're a legend, Stitch.
Yeah.
Thank you
Well,
so
thank
much.
you. No, I appreciate it, man, for having me here. And Viva Cinco de Mayo, brother. Viva!
What we're doing, man. All right. We're going to throw to our next break, but when we come back, we're going to have a little bit more, right?
Yes,
I like
sir.
this hat. We're going to have more with the Cagesiders. Stick around.
Welcome back, Cagesider fans. Angelo Reyes here, and I replaced my partner Jeremy with Diego Magdaleno and his brother Marco. We were missing what? Jesse? Jesse! Next time you gotta make it. We have Stitch here. Our Cinco de Mayo special today. We're gonna talk about who would you bet on, Canelo or Chavez? So here we are. We're about to see it tomorrow night. Big fight. Some people are saying it's 50-50. Let me start with you, Stitch. What do you think about this fight? And does Stitch Duran have some insider knowledge for us maybe on this one?
Well, I think the fight's going to be bigger than the hype, no doubt about it. But when I was in Germany, I saw a picture of Chavez on the pre-scale, and he looked horrible. He looked like a skeleton. And from what I understand, he needed 5 pounds. Diego's saying 8 pounds. You know, that's going to be tough to cut for a boxer. If he was an MMA guy, it'd be no problem for a boxer like Chavez. So I'm going to have to go with Canelo.
Okay, Canelo. Are you saying knockout, Canelo?
It
You
always
saying
ends up,
distance?
it has to be a knockout.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
What round?
Well, I don't pick the rounds, man.
Okay.
You know,
Maybe knockout?
that ain't my job. You
Okay,
know, yeah.
Canelo
Yeah.
knockout. All right.
I think so.
Now, Diego, what do you think about this?
You know what? In the beginning, when the fight was first announced, I was going for Chavez. You know, but the weight is an issue, and it has been for Chavez. And I believe that's what's gonna destroy him in this fight. You know, and the way it's been coming off, it's no telling that it's gonna hurt him.
Okay.
So I'm going with Canelo, and I'll give you a round
Okay.
8.
Round 8.
Round 8.
Knockout.
Yes.
Is
by
it going to be
knockout.
a stoppage, like the referee stops it, or can
It's
you
gonna
actually
be-
see Canelo knocking him out cold?
It's going to be a stoppage. I believe
Okay.
it'll be stoppage because at the same time, Chavez, he's a tough guy. He's not going to go down without a fight.
Okay, all right. So Canelo. Marco, is anybody going to pick Chavez here?
That's me. I'm picking Chavez.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
for sure, Chavez. You
Yeah.
know, Chavez, he's a great fighter. He has strong chin, power. He's bigger than Canelo naturally, you know. And I just think he's going to overwhelm Canelo with the pressure. And hopefully he puts Canelo down.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
but
right.
I don't think it's gonna go by a knockout, but it will go to the decision.
Words from a rookie.
Then again, this is boxing.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
When you get in there, we both have 2 hands, and we both our thing is to go out there and kill the other guy.
Man, and
We're
you know
not
what,
kill him, but
what I love about doing a segment like this with you guys is here we are with tacos and beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just chatting it up. We're just talking. It's like we're in the backyard, guys, or we're in a tent at tacos and beer later on today.
That's right.
You guys should check that out. But yeah, no, I hear what you guys are all saying. I'll do this weird. This is my first time I'm going to do this on Who Would You Bet On. I'll say it'll be Chavez if it's before 5 rounds. After 5 rounds, it's all Canelo. So that's who I'm picking. I got Chavez before 5, Canelo after 5. Pretty fair, right? Pretty fair.
You know, that's why, you know, we're armchair quarterbacks. You know, it's all speculation. We just don't know. But I just hope it's a good fight because it's going to be in Barraza there.
Oh, yeah.
And Cinco de Mayo weekend's always big. And you got 2 Mexican fighters. So I think they're going to produce. It's going to be a fight.
It's going to be a great fight, great event, sold out at the T-Mobile Arena. I know that pay-per-views are like $80 right now, and they're still doing all these different events everywhere. So, again, guys, it's definitely a match to watch. You got Stitch telling us to watch it. You got Diego telling us to watch it.
Yeah.
Marco's all going for Chavez. The rookie of the group going. So there you have it, Cagesiders fans. Check it out. Pick one. See, ask yourselves, who's the smartest one out of this whole group? I would go with one of these 3. Don't go with what I said at all. Thanks for joining us for the segment. Thank you, Stitch.
Oh, my pleasure.
Marco, thanks for
Thank you.
coming down. Diego.
Always.
Hey, Jesse, we miss you. So please make sure you make it next week, maybe, right? All right, Cagesiders fans, we'll have more when we come back. I'm going to have my partner back, Jeremy. Stick around.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Jeremy Long, along with the coach, Angelo Reyes. John Simmons joins us once again for Tacos the Beer. Give us one last plug for your Cinco de Mayo gathering.
Fest. We have like a big tent out. We've got beer garden out front, taco cart cooking outside in the parking lot, entertainment, partying all night. It's going to be fun.
That's awesome.
Right
I
off
love
of
that
Paradise.
shirt. Check
Right
out
off of
this shirt,
Paradise.
guys.
We got Taco Mary.
You can pick those shirts up at the
Yeah,
Tacos
we sell
the Beer.
these shirts. Yeah,
You sell them.
They're heavenly.
$29.95.
Okay.
Plus, you get 39 Jesus points every
That's
time
right.
you buy one of those.
They're sacrilegious.
So, thank you so much for joining our Cinco de Mayo show. John, thank you so much for the spread. John's about to fall over in the seat right here. That's totally fine.
Too much
For
beer,
everyone here
yeah.
at the Cagesiders Action Channel, thank you to our guest, Stitch Duran, the Magdaleno brothers, minus Jesse, who didn't show up, right? Next week, maybe. Next week, maybe he might show up.
The champ's too big for us.
We'll see you next week. Stick right here, the Action Channel. Cagesiders. We'll see you next time.